Okay, so this is the final conditioning piece of the week, or even of this really tough training block. 24 minutes of work, so we've got 6 rounds. I've put in the maximum rep scheme. Try not to have an ego when you look at the rep scheme and think that you have to do that straight away. You need to be smart with your scaling. Take that back a little bit. If you want to do maybe a practice round with about 5 or even up to 10 minutes rest afterwards, that'll give you a good idea of how you need to scale this one to make it effective. We want it about 45 to 50 seconds of very hard work. So you're working from the start, it's going to be really challenging. But if it's already up to 55-ish seconds on the first round, it's going to be very difficult to maintain. And it's better that you set really hard but targets you think are achievable than just going into this blind. I'm just going to start with the highest ones and then have to make decisions as you go through what you're going to take away, because then it's really easy to overscale it and take too much away just because you want it to be easier. One thing I will say is when you're scaling this, the tendency to look at this is like, okay, I'm bad at overhead squats, so I'm actually only going to do 15 there, not 21. But what we want is that you get better at overhead squats by doing more, and we're going to do more of them. So if you are really good at echo bike, but bad at overhead squats, then don't do the full amount of echo bike because you can, and then suffer on the overhead squats. Take away from the echo bike 3 calories, maybe 10-20% of that work, to be able to do more work on the things that you are bad at. Okay, so be disciplined with those things. I think that's a very hard thing for people to do. They will look at this and certain things they'll be able to send and certain things they'll really struggle with. Take away from the things that you're already good at to allow you to get more in at the things you are bad at. So take that in mind all the way through this Emom. And then, like I said in the notes there, finish with a little bit of extra accessory work if you know that there's certain things that you really need to do to make your body feel good after a long training week, a long training day. Just getting in some extra recovery work, some extra mobility, whatever it is. But we're not trying to add in just junk volume just for the sake of filling out an extra half hour in the session. We don't need to do that. You've trained hard for 4 or 5 weeks in a row now, really hard. You should be proud of that. Take the chance tonight to reward yourself if it's a cheat meal night or whatever it is. Enjoy a really good rest day tomorrow, and then get yourself into a solid recharge and deload week next week, ready to then really push on into competition season, because the Open is starting just after that. So good work with this training block, guys, and keep that in mind. High intensity today and then hard recovery tomorrow.